But Einstein would say there isn't a force. What we're responding to the distortion in the fabric of the universe created by the Earth.
You see Einstein formula. Look here, G is a force. So where is not a force? Where is not a force? Bending of space.
Hi, welcome to my channel. This channel is against the Big Bang. I'm saying that we can go to the stars. The stars are close. We can go here in our camera day. So in each video I cover other videos, YouTube channels related to these matters, and I comment them. Brian Cox, so he presents himself from this channel, from this YouTube channel. Particle physics. I'm telling you, no particle exists. Matter is made with light. Does not exist any of the 16 particles. So what? Brian Green is professor in what? Look.
Great. Would you mind just starting us out by introducing yourself however you like?
Yeah, so I'm Brian Cox, and if you want the title, the full title, I'm Professor of Particle Physics at the University of Manchester, Royal Society Professor for Public Engagement in Science, and Visiting Scholar at the Crick Institute in London.
So if you watch that, you must understand they are speaking about black holes in this video. And you must understand that Newton is false physics. Newton is physics on impact force, like this. And he tried to put this on gravitational system. And there's a poem in the beginning of the book of Newton, like in the public manner, Newton resolved everything. In that poem on the beginning of the book, Newton made a comment. Newton made, and you stay stupid like this. The equation of force and mass do not function on gravity. Do not function. The gravity, it is light. The equation of Newton do not function. I have a video on more detail on this. So about Einstein, from Einstein was the red black holes. Einstein was invented to hide from you the light bends in a surface. You see, you bend the surface and light bends in the surface.
But Einstein would say there isn't a force. What we're responding to the distortion in the fabric of the universe created by the Earth.
You see Einstein formula, CO4 power, speed of light. You burn a paper, what is the speed of light inside a paper? It's false formula, so.
So now you what do you invent? If you see light bending in a surface, can you suppose that light bends in this surface due to some gravity? So now you are inventing another cause for this bending of lights. Why? I bend this and the light bends through, you see? So now but why was this invented? Because to hide from you that we can see the board of our galaxy, and in the board of our galaxy there's matter, and the light shows to it there's matter, because it is impossible to light to be bent only if there's a surface that it bends. So in this manner they invented Einstein that bent space. And now it says that Einstein is not a force. Is not a force. So look, Brian Green.
But Einstein would say there isn't a force. What we're responding to the distortion in the fabric of the universe created by the Earth.
Look, total force in general relativity. So what you are speaking about? Look, G, force. So what you are talking about?
So if you watch that, Brian Green, it's not a force. Gravity is not a force. But this is a force. How is it not a force? But let me tell you why they invented this also. You see, if it's a force in the simple manner, this is a force equal mass times acceleration. No matter that Einstein formula is more complicated. You wear two bodies and you have G, CO4 power. I will show you equation. This is a force. But what you must understand, if there is a space, must be a force. So what does it imply? If I find the force, I find mass. So the empty space can waste empty space, you see? So this is why I'm tricking you, okay? So in this manner, it must be per space a mass, because you have this formula, okay? So now if there is two bodies like this body do not not attract between them, okay? There's no force or an impact force. And this is the Newton and Leibniz kinetic energy formula. See, this I throw it 2 times faster will hit you hard. Like in this popular manner, but I don't believe that equation are correct in this manner. So, but now this, you put this force, you see of the impact, and you define it that this force creates orbits. You see, put his body do not make any mechanical work. This is not making a mechanical work like this. Is not making a mechanical work in a circular manner. You put them like this, they will stay like this. You put them like this and spin, they will stay like this. The moment they are spinning something, makes they spin. But if you try to make this with Leibniz equation, kinetic energy or force, you must find between them a force. And mass is defined a force and mass and acceleration. So if you have any of them, you have mass between, you have a force, you have acceleration. So the space itself might contain force, mass and acceleration. This in this matter invented Einstein to cover this stuff that the light bends in a surface, you see, and this false formula and crazy formula do not mean anything. E equals C squared. So watching out the part from Brian Greene, and I speak more.
Oh, the first glimpse of them, theoretically, came very shortly after Einstein's theory of gravity was published in 1915, although it wasn't recognised as such at the time, this glimpse. But essentially, what does Einstein's theory do? It's important for what follows. It's a theory of space and time, and how space-time, which is often described as the fabric of the universe, responds, or warps or curves, to matter and energy in the universe. So the equations, basically the theory that Einstein published all those years ago, will say, give me some distribution of matter, something like a ball of matter, and the equations will tell you how the fabric of the universe is distorted. And by the way, the force of gravity in that theory then is the response of everything else in the universe to that distortion. So Einstein would say, what are we feeling now? Newton would say it's a force between us and the Earth, right?
Okay, if you watch that, I'm telling you that we can go here. This is not a gravitational system. This is not a gravitational system. From here to here, there's no 100,000 years. Okay, so I put inserted from all the video. I inserted Brian saying that it's not a force. It's not a force. It's bending of space. And I show to you NASA what they are covering. Look.
But Einstein would say there isn't a force. What we're responding to the distortion in the fabric of the universe created by the Earth.
Look, force. G-force. Force. This from Webb Space Telescope, the penultimo picture. You see, these are not bending of space. Here is matter. Matter. This matter is like you are putting in a mirror something and the light goes through it. These are not bending of space. This is matter, it's full of matter, and all that you can see here are called stars. You see, these galaxies are called clouds. Clouds, they are not gravitational systems. You see, from NASA channel. A Flickr NASA channel. You see, this is a star, this is a star, all of these are stars, and they are not attracting. Gravity is not attraction, and gravity, Einstein gravity is false, and Newton gravity is false, and Leibniz gravity is false. These are stars. These are simply stars, do not attract, and they are put in matter, and in some bendings, you see, bendings. And this is our stars. It's like in the frozen stuff. They are kept with a light field, like in electromagnetic manner. You see, like this, it's light. It's like you are going in a mirror park, an amusement park, and it is. You see, and this is why we're inventing. Einstein was inventing. It's a force that does not bend space to cover this is matter. Here is matter. At the border of our galaxy that it is a sphere. This is matter. Clouds. All is matter, you see, is matter. This is stars, exactly how they are looking in the picture, and one near another, exactly like this. Gravity is not attraction. This is a star, simply star clouds, luminous bodies, and this is in the way a star. This, you like it or not, the stars are not in a spherical manner like our sun. They are not. So this is the border of our spherical galaxy. We cannot see that universe. Okay.
So if you watch that, you must understand that this is a force formula. You have 1.5 mass time velocity square is not equivalent. Only if you make them equivalent, like you know, if you know mathematics, if you know that the particles do not exist, maybe you do not know mathematics. You see, if you have x plus y equals something, 1, let's see, like this, okay? You do not have the sufficient data to calculate x of y. It could be many, it could be minus 10, minus 9, like this, 9 and minus 10, and you will go 1. Minus 13 and 13, you do not have sufficient data. So in this manner, they are treating themselves like this, like this formula is like this, okay? So there's like a serpent bites its head. You see, you do not have sufficient data to calculate the force and mass. Okay, and now they are pretending that they saw the speed of the planet like this on Mars or Mars planet like this with angles. They calculated the Kepler. Later I showed you Kepler with a sphere, where galaxy was a sphere or universe. Look.
You see, Johannes Kepler, you see, has a sphere here. This is the universe. This is our galaxy, but we cannot see the universe. And in this manner he measured it. In this manner, you see, has something like a compass, you see, and you put it like in a sphere in a trigonometry. A sphere is identical like a big sphere, you see. You see, Kepler is not Earth. The universe, are you are saying. And in this manner calculated, you made this spiral and you are stupid. In this manner calculated. We cannot see the universe. This is our galaxy. That's sphere.
So I'm telling you, continue the idea. Kepler calculated the angles only in geometrical manner. Only in geometrical manner, like this. 1 angle, 2 angles. The Mars planet in 3 days makes like this speed, distance. So now, approximating the distance, you know the speed, the velocity, the acceleration. But now, if you have related to mass, you believe that they calculated the attraction and gravity of any planet on when you sit on it. Okay. So now they are taking themselves with this stuff. The speeds of planets are calculated indirectly. You do not know gravitational attraction from the speed of the planet only when you go there, or because gravity is light and the planets comport in a different manner. So this is makes them to make like a serpent to bite its head, the tail, okay. And I'm telling you that in this manner you do not have sufficient data to calculate the gravity of the planets through any means. You must go there to know what is the falling speed of an object, or when you put something on a scale, what is the mass of the body, because this body will not attract this body, and only on here on Earth this will sit with the same force on this body. But if you go on Mars planet, this body will have another scale, because Mars planet receives light from this border of our galaxy. This is a star, and mixes something with it, and they are taking you. They could be exactly gravity like on Earth, on Mars planet, even though it's smaller. In Jupiter planet is made of water. They are saying it 100 times bigger than Earth. It could be the same gravity on the gravity in this sense, like it's scalar mass on the surface, because gravity is the velocity speed of Jupiter on the night sky compared to the Earth, like a system or reference system. Okay, so this is what I'm telling you. The matter is made with light and Brian Green. So you are a professor, and it's not a force. But where is the force? Where is where's the force? There is not a force. Where is the force?
But Einstein would say there isn't a force. What we're responding to the distortion in the fabric of the universe created by the Earth.
You see Einstein formula. Look here. G is a force. So where is not a force? Where is not a force? Bending of space.
And the empty space, bandit, empty space, a relation between this crazy stuff. There are normal bendings like this. You bend matter, and the light goes through a bendy surface and shows to you. There's a novel picture. It shows to you that bends there like this. You define stars like being spherical. There's a star. They're blurred stuff. That's a smudge star. That cloud. There's a star. Okay. So this is my channel. I fight against this guy because I'm telling you, we can go here. Okay. So watch Uranus planet and Saturn rings. And I'm telling me how they are bending if they have rings with billions of pieces, or how if you have Jupiter 100 satellites you can bend. So now this bending, where you bending? Where you bend the space? If it is three-dimensional, okay, a cube, where do you bend it? You put this inside a cube, and where do you bend the cube? Where do you bend it? So now if you make on the equator like this, on the equator like this, equation to bend space on the equator like this, how do you have many trajectories and different speeds? Why some satellites make like this one in reverse? Some they have inclinating angles, one makes like this, and Jupiter planet from 100. And why there are different distances, different masses of the bending of space per volume of space of single mass planet. It bends space in a symmetrical manner, you must suppose. So how come there are different masses objects orbiting the same radius? So when you like this much, you do not know this stuff, and you take Einstein like to run from truth. You take any guy and false formulas and false equations, and you profess them to yourself like Harvard, like it, and in this you must be a small child to understand what I'm telling you. So those 16 particles do not exist. You are a professor in what?
But Einstein would say there isn't a force. What we're responding to the distortion in the fabric of the universe created by the Earth.
You see Uranus satellites, Umbriel, Ariel. You see, you bend space for all of this. You bend space. How you are going to bend space? Look, some of the satellites. How you bend space for a single center mass for all these masses? How you will bend space for this? With lights, my friends. With lights. Look how many satellites it has. Look here. You see, how do you bend space for all of this? How? And they are in reverse in other, and maybe you did not discover them. And different masses and different, big one closer, smaller further, smaller. So smaller one closer, big one smaller one. There's no even Miranda. Look, there's no even coherent criterion. See, you bend space. You're with lies. You bend space. You interdict this planet to go at the stars, to go this planet, to colonize this, to make, and you give them nothing. A billion years ago was some storytelling. You see how you will bend space for all this. How do you will bend space for this? With lies.
So you are Professor Iwan. This is the way I made the videos. I'm telling you the good news. We can go here at this. This is a simple cloud. Like you electroshock a cloud, then you put pieces in it. It's a simple cloud, a small cloud. We can go with Elon Musk ships, and we cannot see the universe. And you will find this, wow, how small it is, our galaxy, that it is spheres. I show to you from Kepler, when you find this, and how they were lying. The universe, the Big Bang, regulated gravity with that crazy goof guy, that regulated attraction gravity with some so when you find this, how much do you like, okay, and you make atoms, this is a gold piece, you make it from what particles? What 16 subatomic particles do not exist. It's maybe light, you can see yellow, like as a surface. Okay, goodbye, God bless. This is my fight. I'm telling you the chemistry itself is false. The electron, it is light. And they are lying to you, okay, with this bad malefic science. And we can go here, and these guys are telling you, you cannot reach here. 20 billion years ago, man, backwards time, the light travels like this manner, and I'm telling you, it is light in this paper. You burn it, it pull out light. Does not have any speed. You cannot contradict this. Does not have any speed inside the paper. I burn it and release light, okay? So they are saying to you, like, you cannot go here, you cannot. You see the stars with the eyes, you see a forest, you see a man in the top of the hill like this. How powerful is your eyes if you do not see your friend from the top of a big mountain, from France, down the bottom? How powerful is your eyes? Because you see the stars with your eyes on you. The light diminishes with distance, does not have a speed resonate at the distance, but it diminishes with distance in small point, and you see are orientated towards us, and it will go in zero in a fast manner. And I'm telling you, these are close, and we can go here. And they are saying no, they are falsifying science. You are believing somehow that it's through equation you resolve. I'm telling you, the mathematics itself, you cannot apply the equations. The equation of light will look like with logical implication, like these things implies with the arrow like this, because are made like this, like Lego pieces, like this imply this, but not some functioning procedure, exactly in the same functioning procedure, like your derivator makes something like this. The mathematical this in self is false, is a monosubstantial philosophy, and it is applied when you articulate yourself, because you are counting one rock, two rocks, but these rocks do makes two rocks. What is they're different, chemically different, and you don't believe this, because you can pay something with your money, $10 and 10 euros, okay, and you do not know the mathematics itself is false. It's false physics. You cannot maintain an intersection. You are this stupid on this planet. You cannot maintain two functions to intersect them. You know, like Aristotle says. Some of these are this, but not all. So you make a function on all the numbers, like in general manner. This is the logic that escapes from your head, and now then you are lying there. You saw the equation of Einstein in the book. You sum all the numbers between. You see, we are this stupid on this planet. You are lying like this. So I'm telling you, the quantum mechanics is false. Particle physics do not exist, and you can go to the stars. And what these guys are saying to you? Well, you cannot go here. You cannot. It's a billion years ago, a million years. You cannot. I'm telling you, we can. We can go to the stars. You put your eyes on a star, we can go there. This current day with our current technology. So these guys are lying to you. So now you are believing somehow they were stupid. You did not understand very well the sinus, cosinus functions, and maybe if you were more smarter, you do not understand it, do not exist. And this guy is professor in particle physics, and none of them exist. Okay, so this is my channel, my fight. I don't know how to put it to be on a mainstream somewhere. You see what is the freedom of speech even on this planet, because I already do this and nobody few people who watch me, okay, this is a star. They are oriented towards us, towards, you see, towards you, towards us, exactly like this, like antenna dish. And they are putting clouds, you see, towards us, galaxy, Jupiter planets. You can go here. It's made from water. Okay. So how do you bend the light if you have 100 satellites, 100 dots like this? One is going like this, one like this, one in reverse, one like this. How do you bend space? And how you make from a single body this has 100 satellites? From a single body that the trajectory of bending of space to push planet like this and like this from a single planet. How you do this? Einstein equation with lights. How you can do this? And you show me how you can do this to bend space from a single body from 100 satellites. And gravity is not a force, it's not a bending, it's not a force. When you are this layer of this planet, you like this planet enough, my friends. We can go to the stars. Okay, so this is my fight, man. A Big Bang is false. We live inside a sphere. This is our galaxy. Maybe it could be another like this, but we cannot see the universe. That's why you cannot find in the Bible mentioning the universe, not even once. You see, you cannot find what is skies and earth, because our galaxy is a sphere like this, surrounded by clouds, exactly like this. Inside there's this galaxy on the walls, and this like clouds, okay. And the solar system planets, hundreds of planets, now I say 7 planets, hundreds of planets, and the stars are not like our sun. You can descend on a planet like this rock, on a star like on the planet, even though it's illuminated, and you can touch a star with a hand and you can bring it home, because there are pieces inside here. Inside these clouds are pieces small like this. Inside this are pieces small like this. Okay, goodbye, God bless, like, share and subscribe. Help me find, distribute this channel. This channel must be found out, man. I'm telling you, this is the time for this generation. I'm telling you the good news, and you are watching crazy stuff still a few years, and your life is going to be waste with stupid stuff. And this university do not and in this university will not put for you no scope, no meaning for your lives, and no signification in no truth, because these equations are false, and the mathematics itself I told you is false. Okay, maybe I said goodbye. This is my the way I am doing it a few times, but this time goodbye, like, share and subscribe. Okay, goodbye, God bless.
But Einstein would say there isn't a force. What we're responding to the distortion in the fabric of the universe created by the Earth.
You see Einstein formula. Look here. G is a force. So where is not a force? Where is not a force? Bending of space. You see this professor of a particle physics that do not exist. Matter is made with light. These are stars, simply stars. They are not like our sun. They're cloud producing lights. This is a star, okay? The particles do not exist. You are professor in what? They do not exist. Matter is made of light. 16 particles.